Phoenix Herpetological Sanctuary is the largest reptile sanctuary in the entire nation.
But the work this team started 25 years ago goes way beyond cold-blooded creatures. We got our Ginger Jeffries joining us now with more. Ginger, you have been highlighting some of the creatures that we've been finding there at this sanctuary. It's been so neat to learn about all the work they're doing.
I'm kind of like our resident cold-blooded creature. But truly, after spending a day on campus, what I learned is you have to have a big heart and a lot of energy to keep up with these critters. In fact, I'd call it a labor of love. So it may not have been the smoothest start to an interview.
Desi, D-E-S-I, and I am the mammal keeper.
But when you're dealing with a coatimundi, here we go, and tell us who this is.
This here is the entire love of my life. This is Mojito. He's a little on the crazy side right now, trying to get the treats out of my bag.
And keep in mind, little Mojito here just turned a year old.
He had a pretty awesome birthday party. I made him a cake, piñata, I even sang him a song.
Mojito and his sister Maya were rescued by the Phoenix Herpetological Sanctuary at just a few weeks old. Hand-raised by Desi and bottle feeding around the clock earned her the name.
And now I'm known as the Koala Mommy.
Okay, folks, just watch Desi try to keep up with her kiddo while I tell you a little bit about these special critters. This raccoon relative is native to Arizona and can be found from Flagstaff to Tucson. They are omnivores, meaning they'll eat just about anything, and what I call the kleptos of the animal kingdom, since they'll try to take just about anything.
Now we're trying to steal my phone.
As Mojito matures, he'll serve as a full-time animal ambassador for PHS to increase understanding of their importance for society, including some of the revolutionary work this species is doing with the United States Department of Agriculture.
The USDA is doing research on using these guys as scent detection animals for wildlife management. So their noses are so incredible. There's a brown tree snake in Guam that's invasive, and these guys are being trained to scent detect them out and track them down to remove them so they don't get to Hawaii, which would be devastating.
So now, after watching Desi for just a couple of minutes, do you have any idea what 24 hours would be like as a coati mommy? Well, she says this job is more than a position, it's a passion.
You have to love it. It's hard work. It is hard work. And, you know, there is a lot of sad parts to it. We see a lot of sad, sick animals surrendered to us from people that don't know how to care for them. And it's up to us to do our best to educate people and to take these animals in and give them our all. Give them everything we got. And that is why I'm here. That is what I do, what I do, because, oh my goodness, how could you not love this space?
So even though Mojito and his sister aren't full-time ambassadors yet, you do have a chance to meet them. So listen up. On June 6th, PHS, they're going to be holding their first fundraising event since COVID. Now, this is a 21 and up event, thus the name Mojito. So they're going to have food trucks and all sorts of animal interactions, which means it's probably going to be a wild night. I'll be there. For tickets and information, we're going to have a link set up on our website. But I mean, truly, it was just a little bit of time there. And I learned about what the coatis are doing. I learned how every single one of those animals there has a unique story. And without them, I mean, if we can't say yes, if they can't say yes when they get that call from Game and Fish that they've got this or that, I mean, rescued alligators from the Grand Canyon, if they say no, that animal gets put down.
Right.
And these are animals that are vital to our ecosystems. You learned yesterday how the snoring frog, you know, actually is the plant producer going around planting all of our habitat here. So it's just really important. I know they're slimy. I know they're slitherly, and maybe not everybody's favorite, but they are all so important for us.
Yeah, well, that's what I was going to say. It's interesting. You told us a little bit about the history of PHS and how they started with just a couple dozen animals. I mean, they're taking care of hundreds, thousands of animals now. They really don't want to turn any away. So that's why fundraisers like this are going to be so important if you can make it out.
Yeah, and so far they haven't had to turn any away. So from 26 animals to over 1,600, they're doing incredible work.
Love it. Do you want to talk weather?
Sure.